Welcome back, my fellow shop rat. Today we are back on the Cincinnati Lathe. I've actually been working on this for quite a while, getting a whole bunch of, well, I've committed to neatness, and I wanted to share a few things with you. I've worked on a few other parts of it. I've worked on cleaning up the taper attachment. There's just been stuff, so let me take you around. We'll show you what we got and a few things I want to talk about, and we'll be just going right at it. I'm Mike, and this is My Car Shop. You can see that I took our rusty old head and got it nice and cleaned up and polished up. A little bit hard to get down in here. Someday I'll take this off. I've got a 4 chuck down there for offset as well. I haven't looked at that yet. It's down in the storage container. But I've been familiarizing myself with some of the controls. Spindle speed, forward and reverse spindle, and this is also speed. I've got to look that one up and see exactly what the difference is between this one and this one. I think I know, but you know, I got to look. Okay, yes, these three, this one, and this one are all the thread feed spindle selector levers, so to speak. So they all work in conjunction with each other. This one, I'm not going to mess with. It's locked tight right now because the machine's got a load on it. But that's all of that. I have not checked our stop yet here. I've got to check that and make sure that's loose. I know I had a heck of a time with my stop on the other lathe. The oiler on this one is empty. This oiler is not working right now for the ways and stuff. So we got to get some oil in that reservoir, which I believe is right here. This one down here for the ways is working fine. We got a lot of oil in there, so that's good. We've cleaned up our taper attachment a lot. There's still more to do, but I got some of it done. We got this whole part of the bed cleaned up here on the all of the slides anyway is what I'm trying to say. So I got a little bit more work to do here on that compound slide, but the cross slide is nice and cleaned up now. I cleaned up the top of the tailstock, got that all cleaned up. Not perfectly, but I'm going to take this one off and take it out and power wash it someday. But I also didn't realize that this had the what do you want to call it, the stop for, or the indicator for the threads starting. So with the half nut, the thread chasing dial, you can be consistent, and I don't have the right cutter to cut threads, and I haven't done it this way with that ever. So I've done on that machine, it's different. This gives you the opportunity to, with the dial, you come in, I know the theory, you come in and you always start in the same spot, and when you use the half nut engagement with the dial in the right spot and so forth, it always makes it start in the right spot, so it cuts its threads easily. I've got to get up to speed on how to use this, so I'm not going to get into it. I understand the theory, but not well enough to explain it, much less well enough to do it. So anyway, between this and the half nut, it always ensures that your threads start and cut in exactly the same spot every time. That much I know is true. So anyway, we've got a lot of cleanup done here. The machine's sounding better all the time as we're using it. I'm really happy with the way it's sounding. Lots more to do, but you know, as I get a little time here and there, I try to come out here and just work on stuff, get it cleaned up. I want to blow this off a little bit, get my air hose here. Going to blow this off just a little bit, and then we're going to go through and make sure that everything we did doesn't rust. And so that's what I want to talk about a little bit. I've got this surface shield. It's a product by PB Blaster. It came in a can like this. However, the can fell and the nozzle got broke off. So I went through a scientific procedure to get out all of the, looks like finally all of our carbonation came out, to get out all of the liquid out of the jar so we didn't lose it. I mean, that stuff is $15 a can. It's bloody expensive. So I got a brush here somewhere. I'm going to find that, and we're going to go through and just get this cleaned up. We're going to talk about it a little more. The reason I like this surface shield over any other liquid is it is a thicker lubricant, but it is also a rust preventer as well as a cleaner. I found this on the mill. I did a lot of research on what products I should be using on these machines in this barn, and I found this actually has a pretty good rating for covering a multitude of issues. You just brush it onto these machines, and it will actually, as it sits, it will clean and kind of loosen up some of the old rust and grime, but it also puts a protective shield on there to keep it from rusting more. What I do usually is take a rag, a brush, I spray it on there normally, but my thing is, you know, screwed up. But like even in this cross slide here, this compound slide, getting it in those spots there where I didn't really get it clean before can go a long ways. This is what I used to lubricate this before. I'm going to roll this out here real quick. I wish this only had one handle. It's kind of a pain in the neck. But I'm going to make sure we got that all lubber-dobbered in there, because I can tell from putting it in there last time, any little surface rust that I didn't get cleaned up is cleaning up really nice. So yeah, what I did last time in the cross slide, it really is making a difference in the corrosion. We cleaned it up good, but still it's loosening more stuff up. So that's what I like to do, is go around. Normally I'd spray it, but actually I think getting it out of the can and getting it in something like this, I think it's actually going to go further, because I'm not wasting so much blowing it everywhere. I've already gone over this once, but I just wanted to go over it again. I wanted to talk about this product. I got this at the Tractor Supply, but I'm sure you can get it. Most places that sell the PB Blaster product, if they don't have it, I'm sure they can get it for you. I just love the stuff. Like I said, it's really a good lubricant. And yeah, we've got the built-in oilers, you know, for the cross slide or all of the ways and stuff on this. But I think it's just a great product to use to keep it from rusting in a moist environment. And what I found on the mill, I did an experiment, and I'll show you. I got to clean a bunch of crap off. I put it on one side, and I didn't put it on the other side, and I just left it. And then I came back, and it was amazing how one side was rustier than the other side by a lot. Okay, let me get a rag. Just like that. It's on there. It's in there. It's like a ragu. And then I just go through and wipe it down. So if you have stuff in your shop, tools and equipment, drill presses, even grinders or anything else, this PB Blaster Surface Shield, I'm really impressed with it. Like I said, I did a bunch of research, and for an environment like this, I think it's an amazing product to use. I'm sure that everybody has an opinion on what I should be doing. This is what I'm doing, right? So you've heard me say that before. You do what you want. I'm just sharing what I do and what I use. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. Machine is looking good. We'll come back again and do a better clean on it, but I want to just let that soak for a while. And the main thing is, if it's a month before I get out here to work on this machine, I know it's not going to be rusting anymore, except for the spots that I missed it. Okay, so this side I had done with the rust stuff. What the heck's it called? Yeah, brain fart. PB Blaster Surface Shield. Yep. And this side I had not. I just did this with probably regular PB Blaster. You can see there's a little bit of rust in here on there. It's a little more than this side. This side's nice and clean. I didn't do anything on here on purpose. And you can see one downside to this stuff, and it's something you have to deal with every time you use the machine, is it's gummy. So chips tend to stick to it. So that obviously is not good for the wear of the machine. So what I do is I just take regular PB Blaster and I hose everything down that are on the wearable surfaces before I use the machine, so that and I just wipe it down real good, blow it off, and then we're good to go. So, but because this is such a, you can see this spring it was really bad in here, and I must not have got any on there. So stuff tends to rust. I've had this lathe for several years. It has never rusted. This year, we ended up with some surface rust on it. This thing is, I've never cleaned it. I've never done anything to it. It's been here. It's been looking good. And this year, because we just had so much humidity, this old barn, it's a problem because it's not heated. So, you know, it's heated when I'm in here, but it's not heated all the time. So, but I found that stuff to be pretty good. So I like that. And you know, like I said, you just got to know how to deal with it. If this was a regular heated shop where you didn't have those moisture problems, you wouldn't need this, but understand the context that I'm talking about here. A lot more to do on this. I need to get this stop cleaned up, like I said. But I'm pleased with it overall. it's another little bite I wanted to share with you today, just mostly on that PB blaster, but just on a few more things that I figured out. Oops, I need to make sure I loosen that on the thread dial indicator and so forth. So the next thing, I don't know if it's the next thing, but something that needs to be done on this machine is get that cooling system cleaned out, get the pump functional, and so forth. We need to, I think Chris said that it's a 220 drive motor, so we need to patch off 220 volts. He knows how to do that. I believe it's, I don't remember if it's 3-phase or single phase. If it's, I ain't even going to say. We'll let him determine. We could just patch off another 220 line over here if we can't take it off the controller, but he'll know what to do. He is going to be back up again sometime here before too long. This won't be our project at that point. We will be getting the upstairs stuff done so we can get all those cabinets upstairs and out of the way and get that back room opened up, because we got plans. We got lots of plans. Stuff's happening. I'm not a machinist, okay? I know how to use the machines. I've done a lot of machine work over the years, but I'm certainly not Mr. Joe Pro within 3 microns type of machinist. I can bang parts out. I know how to do basic stuff. For those that don't know my background, I started out in the marine and automotive industries in engineering. I started out as an applications and then a senior tech. I did a ton of prototype builds on the lathe and the mill of different things for fuel injection systems way back in the day. Then I went into building test rigs and so forth. We actually use controllers like this with big 220 3-phase and 480 volt 3-phase motors. So my background is in all of this kind of stuff. For part of it, besides my mechanical background. So I can do the rudimentary stuff in a machine shop. Everything that I need to do in this shop, I'm more than going to be able to accomplish with the 3 machines that we have here. So there's a lot more coming. Yeah, so the next thing I want to do is I need to find out about getting the flexible, there's a little flexible head. It goes like this. Or maybe I'll use a hose with a reinforcement. That's probably what we'll do. Get that done up so that when we get that pump running, we can turn this on and dribble our coolant on the machine parts that we're doing where it belongs. But I think overall, other than a whole bunch more cleanup, and we haven't really done a complete setup on either of these 2 machines as far as making sure that we're getting the accuracy we need, that we're still sitting on 4x4 blocks here. There's a reason for that. It's just because we're not ready to set it down on the floor and do the leveling. The floor is not level here, so we've got a job of work to get that done. But for now, it's on 4x4s, which means, it's probably not completely true like it should be for the precision of what this machine is capable of. But every time it's about tackling another system, it's about understanding something more, it's about testing something more. That's not holding me back from doing stuff. If you haven't seen it, we built this Morse taper on this lathe about a month ago. We did not use our taper attachment. We did it the old-fashioned way here with our compound slide. Cat's outside yelling. So anyway, maybe sometime we'll do one on the old Powercraft lathe just to show you why we did it that way. But I think you get it if you've been around the channel for a while. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Not the sexiest episode, but it's always about spending the day here in the shop. I do appreciate you being here. I enjoy talking to you, and I enjoy spending time with you. It's good to have a conversation, just the 2 of us, and go into things like here in the shop. So, all right, we'll catch you on the next one. And don't forget, because it's important. It's really important.